Where is the severe weather today? Hi everybody, I'm Jewel with J7409 Weather, checking out where severe weather may happen across the lower 48 today. As you see, green, 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 green. Before I even get started, this is the categorical outlook map. How many times have I said, if you're in the light green, you could still have a chance of severe weather? Well, it happened again yesterday, folks. The fourth tornado this year, yesterday, hit southern New Jersey. It touched down in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, flipping a car and then throwing it in front of a glass wall company in the Mount Laurel area near I-295. Now, no one was hurt and no one was injured. It had winds of 70 miles per hour or a little better. Now, this information was sent in to me by Pamela Kelly, and everybody knows Pamela here at J7409 Weather. Pamela lives about 40 miles north from where this happened. So this is just a great example. If you are in the light green, it can still happen, and southern New Jersey's in there today again. Thank you, Pamela, for sending this information in. Now, in general today, the isolated severe thunderstorms that are expected are across portions of Montana into western North Dakota, mainly late this afternoon, right on through tonight, with another locally severe storms cropping up possible across parts of north central High Plains area. Okay, now it's looking like that the isolated high base thunderstorms are expected to initially increase across southwest and west central Montana and adjacent Idaho through early mid-afternoon, where you're going to have some relatively strong winds aloft that could support some supercell structures. And with the unstable environment, it's very possible it could happen. And other storms are expected to develop late afternoon into east central Montana near the surface low advancing front. Now, these isolated to widely scattered storms are likely to intensify as they encounter the richer moisture air across the eastern third of Montana, where it's looking like the Cape readings are going to be kind of high. So you guys really need to watch out. There is that possibility of tornadoes popping up. Also, some initial supercells are very possible along this area. Now, it's looking like Montana into western North Dakota for this evening and overnight, and expect large hail, gusty winds as threats also. And then farther southeast across the high plains of eastern Wyoming into northeast Colorado and western portions of Nebraska and South Dakota, we have a weaker deep layer of winds to be noted, and heating is going to prove instrumental in convection development, and a few storms should develop and move eastward across the region. What you need to look out for is isolated hail, wind. That should be your main threats. From the Carolinas to southern Virginia, we got that moist summertime air mass, my friends, and it's going to remain across the region with ample chances of relatively cloud-free skies early today, this afternoon, but as the air mass quickly destabilizes and becomes moderately unstable, we do have scattered thunderstorms that are going to develop and increase throughout the afternoon, initially near mountain areas of the Blue Ridge and near a weak surface trough area across that region. While the troposphere winds are going to remain weak, mid-level lapse rates are poor, and it's looking like the most part's going to be water, water, water. That's right, precipitable water could yield at least a few inches in some microbursts and locally damaging winds. So if you have a storm pop up in those areas, it could become a microburst, and those downburst winds are horrific. Greatest chance of tornadoes today: North Dakota, South Dakota, and the western portions, a section of Montana, and parts of northeast Wyoming at 2%. Greatest chances of wind, as you can see, is right up in this area where the chances of tornadoes that could happen are at 15% in North Dakota and Montana, 5% elsewhere all the way down to Colorado. Down south, a little bit of Louisiana and Arkansas, mid portions of Mississippi and Georgia at 5%, South and North Carolina and Virginia, all these areas at 5%. If we have some thunderstorms to develop, they could get serious and we could have some wind. And so far as the hail goes, most of the big hail is going to stay over here in Montana. That's what it's looking like now, with a 5% down from Colorado up to North Dakota, and over here in parts of Idaho all the way up back into Montana. That's a 5% chance, 15% chance totally in Montana. Earlier in the tropical outlook today, I didn't mention the Central Pacific, and I want to now to tell you guys what's going on over there. I concentrated mostly on the Atlantic for all my people in the Gulf area. But now, for my guys over here, here we have the 5-day outlook. Here is Cosme right here, 40-mile-per-hour winds for today. The pressure is 1,004 millibars. And if you're tracking it, 17.7 north, 118.4 west. It's moving northwest at 9 miles per hour, and I think in the next couple of days it should dissipate and not bring any harm to anyone. But alas, here we have another little disturbance. It looks like it's popping up, and this showed up as an area of low pressure in the next 5 days. You will not find this on the 2-day outlook, but it will happen. It's an area of low pressure expected to form several hundred miles south of the south coast of Mexico in a few days, and some slow development is possible thereafter, while this system moves westward to west-northwestward, just like Barbara, just like Cosme. We're going to see what happens in 2 days. 0 chance of forming. In 5 days, a low 20% chance of forming, but it probably will form a little more. We'll have to wait and see. And that's a check of your severe weather and the Eastern Pacific tropical update today. Be safe, my friends. Have a good day today, a safe day, and a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And if you watch your skies, the severe weather can pop up if you're not even expecting it, just like in the blink of an eye. So be careful, okay? And make sure you have a safe place to go if some severe thunderstorms do pop up in your area. Peace, love, and kindness to all. I love you a bunch. Thanks so much for watching.